Hey, what's happening, everyone? Indy Mann here from Mann's Properties, Mann's Investments. Um, for those who don't know me, I've been investing in property for the last 10 years. Um, I have, over the period of time, I have learned a lot in property. Our topic today is that can we achieve financial freedom from property in UK and how quickly we can do that. Uh, It is possible we can achieve financial freedom in UK with property investments, investing in property, uh, but it requires a careful planning, research, and management. Okay, um, so you need to educate yourself. There are certain factors which I will talk about on how you or anyone can succeed in property investments in UK. All right, so one of the simple examples we can take is by investing in HMOs. Financial freedom can be achieved. It can be achieved really quickly as well. Um, so, because there are higher rental yields in a HMO than a normal single family let, so that's why financial freedom can be achieved a lot quicker than what we will in from a normal single let property. Okay, but then there's a lot involved. All right, so here we're not just talking about HMOs. I'm going to talk to you about general property investment, that can financial freedom be achieved and how it can be achieved. Okay, what you need to do to achieve that. So I'm going to give you a few good points here, so make sure you stick till the end and watch the video all the way. um, that's the only way you're going to learn everything about it. Okay, the very first step, let's talk about steps here, right? The very first step in to achieve financial freedom through property, by the way, I'm looking that way because I am back. Let me just turn back at our project works going on. I've just come to check on the builders. Anyway, let's start with the topic. So, okay, first step to achieve financial freedom in property is educating yourself. You need to learn different types of properties. You need to learn the market conditions. You need to learn financing options, how to use different finances to your advantage, and you need to learn property management. Okay, so these are the basics which are crucial for you to learn before you even start in property. Okay, before you start investing. Okay, then number two, if you think about it, you need to set clear goals. Okay, so you need to define your financial goals. You need to define whether you're looking for passive income here, or you're looking to build equity, or you're trying to achieve a certain level of wealth. Okay, so you need to have your goals very clear, write them down. That's what I always do. I always tell everybody to write your goals down. I have my goals written down in my office on the wall, so every day I look at them, and then every day I can assess how close I am to achieving those goals. All right, so okay, then the next step what you need to be careful about, think about, is financial planning. All right, so you need to determine your for example, financial planning means you need to determine your budget, the down payment you're going to make, or your other financial options. Okay, you should think about, and which you should, I advise everybody, because I'm not a financial advisor, you should always seek help of a financial advisor professional, and tell them your needs, talk through them, and make a solid financial plan. Okay, which will help you in the future as well. Okay, and then the next thing what you need to look at is the location, the research about the location. By that, what I mean is that whichever area you want to buy a property in, you need to do a thorough research of the area. You need to look at the rental demand, what the rental demand is. There's certain websites where you can go and check the rental demand. You could go on websites like Spare Room. Spare Room is a good one. I quite use that quite often. especially when I'm looking to rent rooms out in HMOs, and that is very, very helpful. It gives you a clear indication of how many rooms are or rooms available in a particular area, and how many people are looking for the rooms. That's quite helpful, very helpful. Okay. And then next step, what you need to look at is what you need to think about is in the research is that potential for price appreciation. Okay. Over time, um, properties will gain value, so you need to research that how much price has increased in past years in certain area. Okay. You can look at the location for infrastructure, new job opportunities, and amenities. They'll play a big role as well. Whether there's a new development going on in the area, major development, that will help for your rental market and for price appreciation as well. Okay. And then what you need to do is the next step you need to do is proper property analysis. All right. You need to analyze properties. Like every time I'm buying a property for myself, I like to buy from auctions, and although I buy straight through agents as well, but most of my purchases are through auctions. But you need to do a proper analysis of property. um, Again, that comes to the area, you know, uh, the area, the rental figures, um, the saleability of a property in the area, the any structural issues, uh, so you have to consider everything, things like purchase price, potential rental income you can get. Okay. Maintenance costs, and the management fee as well. Management fees, if you're not managing yourself, agents are gonna charge you anything from between 8 to 15% to manage, depends on what they're managing and size of the property, and whether it's a HMO or a single family let. Okay. So property analysis. And then the next one comes to property management. Okay. You got to decide whether you're going to manage the property yourself. You're going to decide whether you're going to use an agent to manage your property. All that is going to have an impact on your earnings. Okay. What you're earning at the end of the month. Okay. So on top of that, with property management, a good property management is very essential. It's very, very essential, because if your property management is not good, your tenants are not going to stay there for too long. You're going to lose them really quickly. Okay. Bad management, you're going to get bad tenants, or you're going to get too many voids. All right. So property management, learn that. You need to learn that. Okay. And then that brings to the next one. What you need to think about is a cash flow. Okay. You got to try and get positive cash flow. What that means is that your income exceeds your outgoings. Okay. Or your expenses. So that is the biggest key to financial freedom. If you're earning more and you're spending less, it's simple. Okay. It doesn't need a degree in maths to know that if you're earning more and your outgoing is less, you're working your way towards financial freedom. So it's the biggest one. You need the properties you need to acquire, they need to be covering your bills, they need to be covering your mortgage payments, and they need to be putting something in your pocket. And that's why I'm a big fan of turning most of my properties which I'm going to keep in my portfolio as HMOs, or just recently started using them as service accommodations as well. Okay. Short term holiday lets, as they're called. Okay. So then after cash flow, we're going to think about is equity building. All right. So over time, we all know that property market, it does go up and down, but over time, in the long run, the history of it, the property prices will go up. Okay. It will always appreciate. Okay. So you're building equity in your investment. Okay. And then you can leverage that equity in the future. Think about that. Okay. So you can leverage that for future investments, you can, or other financial needs, you can leverage that. So leveraging the money, once you know how to leverage the money, sky's the limit basically. All right. So that's another good point. All right. So think about portfolio diversification as well. Okay. If you diversify your portfolio, then it will help you a great deal. All right. So don't put all your resources into one single property. All right. So diversify your investments across the different types of properties. Like I said, single lets, HMOs, service accommodations, flats, apartments, studio apartments, whatever. But locations as well. Okay. So that way you're mitigating the risk. You're reducing the risk. You don't want to be just stuck in one area. A lot of people say buy close to your house. I mean, I live in Birmingham, West Midlands myself, and I've got properties all the way up to Yorkshire in Hull. Okay. So as long as you got good management, like previous back to previous points, then it doesn't matter where the property is. Okay. Our new ventures now, hopefully beginning of next year in 2024, we're looking to buy properties abroad as well. So it doesn't matter where your property is. I got properties in India. All right. um, they rent it out and then they're bringing me good income. So it doesn't matter where the property is, if the management is good. um, what that it gives you is giving me, it diversifies my portfolio. Okay, so always think about that. Okay, so then think about long-term perspective as well. Okay, it's a long-term strategy. Property investment is most of the time. Okay, you have to be patient. You got to be willing to hold on to your investments to benefit the potential appreciation. There is no magic trick, a click of the finger. You're not going to get rich like that in property. You got to be very, very patient. But yes, it does bring it does give you it will make you rich. This is put it simply like that. Okay, and then continuous learning. Okay, that's the most important point I'm going to make, is that because the real estate, the property market in UK, anywhere in the world, is constantly evolving. All right, it's constantly changing. All right, so you need to be informed. The government's changing the property laws nearly every day now. Recently we've seen that. Okay, so you got to be on top of those legal changes. You got to know all the tax implications. You got to know all the other relevant factors, which will, by knowing them, you can make informed decisions about your investments. You don't want to throw £100,000, £200,000 into an investment, or buy a property somewhere, for example, in a highly saturated area, like somewhere in, say, Birmingham, for example. There's Article 4. You buy a massive house. You think, oh, I'm going to convert this into a 6-bed, 7-bed HMO. I'm going to make £3,500 per calendar month, and pocket 2 grand at the end of all the expenses. And next thing you know, you find out that the local authorities have said no, you can't, they're not going to give you a license. So always make informed decisions. The only way you're going to make them is if you keep learning continuously. Okay, we're all learning. I'm still learning. Okay, so the bottom the conclusion of this video is basically that yes, property is very lucrative. All right, you can make money with property. You can make lots of money. Lots of people made billions in property. All right, but don't forget that it carries risks as well. All right, like any other investment, it does. Success is not guaranteed until you want to succeed. All right, there is no guarantee of success until you want to succeed and you want to work hard to achieve what you want, what you desire. All right, so then and at the end, I will advise everybody, on top of following all these tips I've given you, is that always consult professionals as well, get their help. All right, and yeah, keep watching my videos, and if you like them, do share them as well. It'll help me a great deal as well when I'm not doing anything. Like now, I'm just sitting outside in my car. I made a video, and why not? Give me some likes, and hopefully I'll get I'm close to getting about 1,000 subscribers on YouTube now. I've been working hard at it this year, so that shows that consistency is the key. So like my video, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and above all, keep working hard and believe in yourself. Okay, because I believe in you.